9:35. Welcome to the Chattanooga Weather Desk, Tennessee Storm Watch, as well as Sky, Tennessee. My name is Steve, your current storm tracker, also from Twistcast Storm Team. It's been a busy day here at the Chattanooga Weather Desk. Been tracking a lot of strong, severe thunderstorms across much of West Tennessee and in west of Middle Tennessee, just west of Interstate 65. Several reports of wind damage. We had one report of wind damage over near the Ray County, Tennessee area. That's just 3 miles south of Spring Hill. That is reported by law enforcement. And then there was reports of some tree damage over near Walter Hill in Nashville. That was a pretty significant storm there too. But now some of the severe weather has died out. But now let me show you what's going on right now in southeast Tennessee as expected. Now the threat of severe weather over the plateau, it's calm for places such as Crossville, Wartburg, Jamestown, into Cookeville. But right now, we are concerned. I am concerned about the leading edge of a outflow boundary that is actually producing a squall line right now, and it's moving its way off to the east into the Chattanooga area. We'll look at that here in a few minutes. Right now, let's take a look at the lightning data, see how much lightning is out there, see if it's an active evening still. And yes, as you can see on lightning data here, this is coming in from the DTN Weather Radar Networks. We have a lot of lightning going on right now, and at this time, let me zoom on in here and show you where some of the lightning is at. You can see anywhere from northern Mississippi into Nashville on up into Jamestown near the Tri-Cities there. Pretty good lightning strikes. Not exactly sure how many coming down at this point, but a lot of cloud ground lightning there. Now, as you make your way right on in through the blues and the areas of purples and reds, all that is an indication of is the older lightning strikes. As a matter of fact, if you look down here, they're 110 minutes old, while you have new lightning strikes based at 30 minutes old or 30 minutes new. So looks like we have still some active lightning strikes out there. So what you want to do is make sure that if a thunderstorm is passing over your area, make sure to keep all your electrical appliances unplugged and stay away from water the best you can. And also that includes bodies of water. I know there's a lot of people out there who still hang in their own home pools, and which can be dangerous during a thunderstorm. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on with the latest regional radar. Again, let me get a really good idea of what we're looking at radar-wise. As I zoom in the radar here, go to National Mosaic Radar. Some folks call it Mosaic, but it's really called Mosaic, so it's the correct word for it. Here's what's going on with the latest radar right now. There are showers and thunderstorms reaching Nashville right now. The main line coming across northern northeast Mississippi, Nashville, and up into the Tri-Cities, and then some more moving its way into Virginia. Now, earlier in West Virginia, there was a report of a funnel cloud with a thunderstorm on radar that was producing some weak rotation. That storm still continuing to progress through West Virginia, while there are other thunderstorms currently moving across North Carolina, where there are 3 severe thunderstorm warnings, and then we have no warnings across Tennessee, but that very well could change as we go into the next couple of hours, especially with the squall line that continuing to watch. Here's what's going on with the latest radar right now, live, coming from the Huntsville radar site. Now, this just had kind of matured just a few minutes ago. It was very quiet for me. Go ahead and kind of stop this a little bit and go into the last replay. As you can see, it was quiet. There wasn't really nothing going on over Waynesboro, nor Hohenwald and Hickman. This was, again, the last hour radar replay. But now as I go ahead and kind of forward a little bit, you can see what happens with an outflow boundary. As we start getting storms coming from the outside outflow boundary, we start getting more increase. It's called cold pools. And what happens is the swath of piece of cold air pushes into very hot, warm, and sticky air. We tend to see more storms develop. And that's what is going on right now. As a matter of fact, a new line developing anywhere from Lauderdale, Alabama, on up into Marshall, Tennessee. and then kind of blowing out over Murfreesboro. Now, these storms are not severe right now. However, what I can tell you is they are producing winds up to 40 miles per hour and possibly small hail along with some gusts, along with some deadly cloud ground lightning. Other than that, I'm not seeing weather with this line now. How can I tell that? Well, it's actually just by the intensity of the color of the precipitation and the hail core itself. But let me go ahead and show you exactly what I mean by the indication here. And this is kind of looking at the what is what. As you can see here, this kind of separates the rain from the hail to the actual thunderstorm activity, which is the darker red here, or actually the black. And as you see, really no black going on. Isn't that good news? We don't have any black, although there is some thunder and lightning. We don't really have any black right now on the radar. Just some light, just some dark greens, a little bit of light pink there, indicating a little bit of hail, along with some dark greens with just some heavy rainfall. But I doubt any of that hail indication is reaching the ground at this point. As you can see, the air is a lot cooler over Winchester, Fayetteville, Tullahoma, Jasper, and then Fort Payne. So that's why we're not really seeing a whole lot right now, is because the atmosphere has cooled off. We're not getting too much energy right now, and these storms are going to continue to kind of progress as they are. Chattanooga, it's going to be a quiet night for you. Expect some showers and thunderstorms. It's going to be noisy, but on top of that, it's going to be very quiet. No severe thunderstorms expected for the rest of the night due to the fact that the air is much cooler around the storm surrounding it, and its environment is also cooler too. So stay with the Chattanooga Weather Desk as well as Tennessee Storm Watch. There could be an isolated severe storm with some of these stronger storms, but other than that, not anything too widespread. The tornado threat that was trying to develop earlier had diminished, so thank God for that. In the meantime, some heavy rains, some flash flood problems, and so forth, and that's about it. Now, one last stop. I want to take a look at temperatures for you right now, and this is what's going on live across much of the nation. As you can see, it's 75 here in Chattanooga. No wonder why we're not seeing too many storms right now. It's 75 degrees. It's pretty cool. 75 in Chattanooga, 71 up near Tri-Cities, 82 up into Johnsonville, 84 in Memphis, and 86 currently in Jacksboro, Kentucky. Looks like 86 degrees also in Tupelo, Mississippi. Hey, let's look at the latest weather information. Now, let me take a look and see if there's any discussions from SPC before I get off here. That way, you can set your mind at ease what we can be expecting as far as severe weather-wise. As far as I know, the SPC still does have a slight risk of severe weather out. However, as expected, the National Weather Service has dropped all hazardous weather outlooks, all special weather statements, and therefore it does appear that there's only a severe thunderstorm watch in Kentucky. As a matter of fact, let me zoom on into any mesoscale discussions that currently may be going on. The SPC has brought a slight risk of severe weather a little bit more east. And as you can see, areas in the slight risk includes Chattanooga, Roanoke, Charleston, West Virginia, Jackson, Memphis, Tennessee, Little Rock, all the way down into Greenville. Now, what SPC is currently looking at right now is just the threat of maybe some small hail this evening. However, it's going to be most notable along the Arklatex region, not really going into the Tennessee Valley. So we could see maybe a couple of storms produce some gusty winds, some small hail, maybe some dangerous cloud ground lightning with some of these. But other than that, it looks like some of these storms, or most storms at all, have weakened, and that is the good news. Now, just like I said, there was a tornado warning indicated. There was a tornadic cell indicated over West Virginia. The SPC still indicates that, just as the Twistcast forecast indicates, there's still a bit of a tornado threat over East Kentucky and West Virginia itself. Now, what about tomorrow? Well, there's no mesoscale discussions in effect. That's the good news. Just along North Carolina, that one is now just about to expire. And as we take a look at the latest watches, you'll see that the only watch issued by the National Weather Service is the severe thunderstorm watch. And that is for East Kentucky. However, I will not be putting that on the Tennessee Storm Watch site. Or actually, I will be putting it on the Tennessee Storm Watch site because it is still closer to East Tennessee. But therefore, I don't really expect to see any of that affecting us anytime soon. Here's what's going on with day 2 and outlook by the SPC for tomorrow. The threat of severe weather extends more often to the Carolinas. So once again, it looks like tomorrow the severe weather threat is going to move off east, while there is a chance maybe for a few strong storms here in Chattanooga once again tomorrow. So make sure you have that umbrella. Stay away from swimming pools tomorrow. Stay inside. Stay dry. And always remember to, if you hear thunder, what do they always say? You're close enough to be struck by lightning. Stay tuned to Chattanooga Weather Desk Tennessee Storm Watch, and I will keep you updated for if there's any more severe weather on the way.